Imagine a world where every dream, no matter how audacious or delusional it may seem, was nurtured and protected. That's the world I strive to create. When I was a kid, ever since I could talk, I've been a delusional dreamer. I told everybody that would listen that I was going to play Major League Baseball. And I even had my sister drinking the Kool-Aid.
When he grows up, he wants to be the same thing he's doing now.
Does he really?
Yeah.
And my entire life after that, growing up in Indiana, I heard the doubts and the limitations that society placed on this delusional dream. I even had a college coach tell me I was not good enough to play at that level and I should go home. I stayed. It was in Cape Cod. Why would I go home? Back to Indiana. And I practiced and I watched. And 3 years later, I became one of 20,787 people since 1876 to play in the major leagues. Now, to put that in perspective, you could put us all in a major league stadium, it wouldn't be half full. And shortly after I made my debut on opening day in 2015, my dreams came crashing down. 2018, I was diagnosed with bipolar disorder and I was put on lithium. At that time, I played my final year as a zombie. I had played the game I was so enthusiastic about for all these years with so much passion and so much energy, and it was zapped out of me. So when I retired, there was no big announcement, no big celebration. I just never came back, never made a phone call to anybody. It was almost like I never played Major League Baseball. I used art as therapy. Art was my creative outlet. It allowed me to express myself. I discovered art in 2016 when I got traded to the Los Angeles Dodgers. At that time, my manager, Dave Roberts, brought me up to the front of the room in front of all these legends and asked me what I'd like to do. Right before spring training, I had taken an ex-girlfriend to a paint and sip class. And I was so nervous in front of this whole team of Clayton Kershaw and Carl Crawford and Chase Utley. I said, paint. Never painted before, just blurted it out. Dave said, great, make a painting of Maury Wills and present it to the team by end of spring training. I said, shit, all right. Went to Walmart, got my canvas, my Walmart paint, and spent the rest of spring training painting this canvas. And I fell in love with art. I took canvases on the road with me, took them on the planes, in the hotels. I would stay up all night painting. So when I retired, I knew I wanted to be an artist. But there was a problem. I knew nothing about art. I knew nothing about how to monetize my art, the process of getting my art out into the world, of selling art, galleries, knew nothing, never been into a gallery. And so one night, I was frantically looking on the internet on how to make money selling art. My daughter was born a few months earlier in 2019, and I was in a bad spot. I had to provide for a family now. And so I came up on this website. It was a green background with black font, very, very ugly website. And it was talking about crypto art. And in February of 2020, I released my first NFT, my first piece of crypto art. I remember exactly where I was because it was the first time in my life I had found a way to monetize my work. I needed no permission. I didn't have to go to a gallery and be rejected. I was trying to get my art in restaurants and they were saying no. Now I had a place with nobody saying, no, you can't do this, to release my work. But I had another problem. To be a successful artist, I believe that you need, successful monetarily, you need a cohesive message, a cohesive style that people recognize. I had none of that. One day I'd be painting abstract, the next I'd be painting Lil Wayne. A few months later, I heard a young boy ask, can astronauts be black? So instinctually, I built a 4-foot by 5-foot canvas and began painting him as an astronaut. I FaceTimed him and showed him. And his reaction, his smile, his confidence that showed through his bright smile, I realized this was my vocation, this is what I'm on earth to do, baseball is a selfish pursuit to reach the major leagues. I was put on this earth to inspire others to chase their dreams, to be delusional, to be audacious. And so I began creating these paintings of these kids in astronaut helmets. And again, using the blockchain to pair these physical works with NFTs and selling them. They began to pick up traction. I had solo exhibitions in Los Angeles. I was selling work. It was great. I even created a work called Sovereignty that was released in November of 2020 that at that time was the most expensive digital artwork sold before Beeple came along. This work was even highlighted on NBC News by Lester Holt. This piece right here the door opens up every single year for 11 years until those boys are face to face with the astronaut, symbolizing them achieving their dreams. Every year on August 6th and November 10th, on their birthdays, a QR code pops up and people can donate Bitcoin. And when they turn 18, they'll be given this wallet. So fell in love with the technology, the ability to create. I fell in love with this mission, this message. But I had another problem. My work was now hanging on homes of rich people, people that have achieved their dreams, that never felt like there were limitations to their dreams, that have built these worlds around their dreams. I wanted to reach that broader audience, an audience that could inspire the next generation to be like me, to dream without limits, to be delusional. So I created a character named Aku. Again, I had no idea how to release IP into the world, zero clue, but I knew about the power of NFT and the power of the community. And as a creator, you never think about the audience. You think about yourself. This character, I wanted to get out into the world. If one person liked it, if 10 people liked it, if 1 million people liked it, it did not matter to me. I felt like this character needed to get out into the world. I created 10 chapters, called 10 animated chapters, little video vignettes, seeding his story, digital comic books. I did 10, and the original plan was to release them out several years, just before NFTs became popular, and I figured I needed time to build momentum and energy around this character. And in the first 7 minutes of it being released, it was validated. The community, the world said this with their own hard-earned money that this character needed to be into the world. So I set out on this journey. Never done this before, never created a character, never told a story, never built anything, never had a job, worked on a farm. I can hit a fastball, but now I was going into this world I've never experienced, had no knowledge of. And since that time, we've done amazing things. Been very blessed to be on the cover of Time magazine, sculptures, Times Square, partnerships and collaborations, a multi-book series with Ping and Random House, and partnerships with MLB. It's an amazing journey. And I don't tell you this, my whole journey so you guys can get to know me. Everybody in this room is a delusional dreamer, audacious dreamer, building things in a sector, an industry that didn't exist when we were growing up. And my only thing is I want to challenge everybody to continue to never give up on your dreams. It took me 20 years of sacrifice, friendships, didn't go to the parties to reach a dream. And the reality is, whether I would have succeeded or failed, and whether you succeed or failed, is irrelevant. Because at the end of the day, you're going to inspire people. People are watching you. You're going to inspire the next generation to feel like they can do anything. They feel like their dreams are limitless and that they can build worlds around their dreams. Thank you.